in the video talking about my first rock concert, I said it was Jethro Tull. I lied because it was actually Elton John. Jethro Tull was 2 months after, but the Elton John concert was in 1972 in April at the Sun Bowl in El Paso, Texas.
Well, you didn't lie. You just didn't remember.
No, it was a lie.
You just didn't remember it.
I didn't remember because it was only 50 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time.
So that was a great concert. Elton John was supporting the Honky Chateau album, which of course has the timeless and legendary song Rocket Man on it. But he had already put out Madman Across the Water with all those great songs on it. And I had that album, and I had 11/17/70, which is a great album of him playing in the studio. Anyway, it was before he was doing the big giant shows that he would do. I think it might have been the last tour before he started doing those. And he came out with a glittery jacket on. That was his only kind of showbiz accoutrement. And they drove a Cadillac out onto the field. He was sitting on the back of the trunk, waving at the crowd like this. And in his band he had Davy Johnstone, and I think Ray was on bongos and percussion. Nigel somebody was playing drums. But it was his standard band for a long time. And they were great. It was an awesome show, even though nobody could go down on the field. So he was basically 75 yards away from everybody. And I think they just had one side of the stadium open. And a piece of trivia about that concert was that at that time Sam Peckinpah was making his movie The Getaway in El Paso. So I believe that Steve McQueen and Ally McGraw were at the gig. I don't think Sam Peckinpah went to the gig, or Slim Pickens.
Did you go with anybody?
Nope, I went by myself. I got dropped off. And incidentally, later, I would meet somebody who became a personal assistant to Elton John. And Elton John and Queen shared the same management at one point. And so, because of knowing this person, I was able to go and see Queen later for free 2 nights in a row. So I could talk about that story too a little bit. And there's even more secret stuff about Elton John, which might be fun. Yeah. Oh, and the Honky Chateau album was actually engineered by one of my favorite engineers, for people who like to look at that type of stuff, and his name is Ken Scott, and he was a phenomenal engineer in the 70s, and he worked on David Bowie records, and he also did Birds of Fire by Mahavishnu Orchestra, and I think he also did Visions of the Emerald Beyond, and possibly Intermounting Flame. So Ken Scott knows where to put a microphone and record it.
What is your favorite Elton John album?
I'm still partial to 11/17/70, because maybe that's even his first record, I don't know. Or Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, I think is probably the one, which is his most proggy record, which makes sense why I would like it. So.